We have far and away the highest rate of childhood poverty of any major country on earth. In countries in Scandinavia, for example, you talk about 3 or 4%. We have 22% of our kids living in poverty. Right? That impacts every aspect of their lives. It's not only education, how well they do, it's their health, it's their well-being in general. Over 1 out of 5 kids in this country live in poverty. Which country on earth has more people in jail than any other country? Yeah. Think there's a connection between the two? Of course there is. So what we want to do is invest in young people. We want to make sure that young kids get off to a good start in life in every respect. Because we know that throughout this country, there are probably millions of kids who, in a sense, are giving up on education by the time they get to the 6th grade. Those kids do not believe in any way that they're going to make it into the middle class, and they do not believe they're going to make it into college. Which takes us to what you are doing right now. The evidence is overwhelming, and I won't bore you with studies that you probably know better than I do, that especially for low-income kids, when kids are not in school and go home to a family where there are not books, where parents may not be well educated, kids lose the benefits that they have gained from school. Then come September, teachers are going to have to take 2 months to get kids back to where they were in June. And what makes eminent sense to me, and I think to the President and to many others, is that investing in summer education, making sure the kids not only have educational opportunity, but also cultural activity, athletic opportunities, have fun in the summer and understand that learning is a positive thing, and get kids excited about it. And the evidence is pretty overwhelming that when you do that, kids come back into school in the fall, they feel better about themselves, they don't lose what they have gained, and they continue to go forward. This is true for all kids. It is especially true for younger children. And if we want to do a better job in making sure that 30% of our kids do not drop out of school, end up on the streets, end up with poor jobs or no jobs at all, summer learning is very, very important. It is important to recognize that summer learning programs not only boost achievement, but also boost self-confidence and social skills, i.e. when you get kids out of a classroom and you put them in an environment where learning is kind of fun and they can do other things, it is a very positive thing. Participation in the summer learning program has been proven time and time again to significantly reduce the amount of time a child will spend watching TV or playing computer games. This not only results in educational benefits, but health ones as well. Unfortunately, not enough children are being afforded the opportunities summer learning presents. Stark new data has just been released by a study done by the Wallace Foundation. It found that 43 million of the more than 57 million school children in the U.S. are not involved in summer learning programs. All right? That's not particularly good. That's a bad number. In an age where 22% of our kids live in poverty, we need to level the playing field for children and provide them with opportunities to succeed, and summer learning programs do just that. So, what we are trying to do in Vermont is bring money into the state, and we have done that. We are working with schools who are providing very good summer programs. In my experience in Vermont, I don't know how true it is around the rest of the country, is that when you give families the opportunity to provide educational and cultural and positive summer experiences for the kids, you know what? Families take advantage of that. They take advantage of that. They much prefer to have their kids doing something that's important, that's useful, that's meaningful to the kids, rather than having the kids hang out on the street. So I think that in right now I'm going to be on the floor of the Senate in a few minutes, I think, trying to argue that we should do away with $35 billion in tax breaks that go to very large oil companies that make huge amounts of money and in some cases pay no taxes at all. I think instead of giving tax breaks to billionaires and to large oil companies, it might be a good idea to invest in our children and invest in summer learning programs. So I want to thank you very much for your work. We look forward to working with you.